Hi guys, it's Mark Zickery, Mr. Sci-Fi, Mark Zickery of Space Command. Now, you know, if you've been following Mr. Sci-Fi for any time, that I have worked with a number of brilliant people, including the likes of George R.R. Martin and Ron Moore and Harlan Ellison and Theodore Sturgeon and Guillermo del Toro and on and on and on and on and on. And the, of course, great Star Wars designer Ian McCaig. But every now and then there's someone you work with that's really brilliant, really a genius in what they do, but not as well known to the public. And that's why I love documentaries about these great unsung people, because amongst their own group, they're revered because they're unique and brilliant and great and come from enormous passion. And of course, having written The Twilight Zone Companion, I believe that oral history is vital because you want to get the story from the mouths of those who lived it. So the person I'm going to talk today about is a genius whose work includes Star Trek, The Next Generation, and Deep Space Nine, and Babylon 5. I'm sorry, not Babylon 5, Battlestar Galactica. But he, of course, knew those who worked on Babylon 5, the great Ron Thornton, who's sadly no longer with us. But the person I'm talking about is the visual effects genius, Doug Drexler. And Doug and I have worked together over a number of years on many projects, including Space Command and the Star Trek New Voyages episode with George Takei that I did some years back. And he's just an amazing, brilliant man. In science fiction, what you're looking for are what are called generalists, people who can do it all, from design to rendering to compositing to generating the final visual effects shot. Doug is all of that and more. He was born with an enormous passion for life and for art and for science fiction and for pretty much everything. And huge fan of World War II and westerns like Have Gun Will Travel. But even as a kid, he was going to all these different experiences that were enriching him, such as the 1964 New York World's Fair, which he went to many times as a kid. And he was a makeup artist first, and he won an Oscar for Dick Tracy, brilliant makeup designs. And then he switched over to VFX and blazed a trail of amazing work. And finally, we're going to have a documentary about Doug with many of the actors and writers and producers and artists from Star Trek and Battlestar Galactica praising him, including myself. And today is the launch of the Kickstarter campaign that will fund the making of that documentary. Now, the information is below. The link to the campaign is below in the notes. So definitely go and click. There are amazing things that you can get from this campaign. Doug is going to be taking choice items from his personal Star Trek collection, and you can acquire them. And it's just, I mean, if you've ever wanted a star from the star field of 10 forward, it was a physical star field out that window, you can have one, you can own one. And so I would urge you to immediately go and pledge this wonderful campaign. Doug Drexler is a treasure and a legend and a jewel and a man among men. And I think this is a documentary that all of us will want to see. And I love the fact that now, thanks to crowdfunding, you can be part of making things happen. It used to be, when I was growing up and when I started in the industry, you had to hope that things would be made that you wanted to see. You had to hope that they wouldn't cancel shows that you loved, etc. But now all of us can help to finance those things. So it's not just a passive role that you can take. You can take an active role. And Doug is a phenomenal man. I'm sure that what he'll have to say in the documentary will be spectacular and fun and funny and enlightening. And all of the other people who will be raving about this wonderful man will really show you the journey that he has been on, because it's a journey that all of us have been recipients of, his wonderful, beautiful, unforgettable work. So pledge now, go immediately. It's not my campaign for once. It's someone else's, but I heartily endorse this. So Doug Drexler, genius behind the visual effects on Star Trek Next Gen, DS9, Babylon 5. I did that again. Battlestar Galactica. Oh well, first dread symptom. But But I've really enjoyed knowing this man for decades now, and he's the only person I know that has won both an Oscar and multiple Emmy awards. There are probably others that I know who have done that. Maybe Guillermo has. I haven't followed his career with Emmys. I know he's won Oscars. But I will say this, every one of the awards that Doug Drexler has won, he hugely deserved. And I am so glad to have known him and worked with him and continue to take this journey together with him. And that's it for now. So click on the button below, throw your money at him, make it happen. Take care, guys.